What's up, guys? So this is day 2 of my 3-day fast, and quick update. Obviously I was hungry yesterday, but I'm not really that hungry today. I have bouts of hunger that come and go. My energy has just turned a corner right around, I think, 9 or 10 this morning. I'm assuming my body realized no food was coming, and some sort of transition has happened. But I feel great. Already an extreme amount of mental clarity compared to how I felt before. I've been forgetting to drink enough water. We're going to talk about that. We're going to watch a video today from Dr. Sung that moves from the first video. He talked a lot about what are the benefits of fasting, especially on a 3-day fast. And this video is going to go through some common questions that people have about how do I do it? What do I do every day? What do I drink? What do I don't drink? And so on and so forth. So check this video out. I think it's a really great resource. I'm doing it exactly the way he prescribed, and so far so good. Reminder to make sure your electrolytes are in balance. If you're pretty good on about that, then you should be okay. If not, there's a great option called Element that has no sugar in it, and I do think that would check the box as being okay to use on a 3-day fast. But anyway, once again, not giving any medical advice or health advice, just sharing with you what I'm doing and what's working for me, and he'll go over a lot of these things in the video. Let's check it out.
Welcome back. This is Dr. Jin Sung, where clinical excellence meets excellent results. The 3-day water fast video has generated a lot of interest and a lot of different questions. So what we're going to do today is answer some of those questions that are listed in the comments below. So let's get right into it. The 3-day water fast, questions and answers. First of all, it's not a fast from water. It is a fast from food. You are allowed to drink water during the 3 days, okay? So what type of water should we drink? You can do spring water, preferably from glass. You can do reverse osmosis or distilled water, but you definitely want to add in minerals to that water. How much water should we drink? That can be subjective. You want to drink so you're not thirsty. However, if you want some more precise numbers, you can do half of your body weight in ounces of water. So if I weigh 100 pounds, you want to drink about 50 ounces of water per day, okay, along with the electrolytes mixed in.
I think that's a very important point. I think on when you're fasting, I just really don't feel like you can drink enough water. And from what I gather, from what I understand, the process by which your body starts to convert fat and whatever it can into energy for your body. I'll just keep it very simple and broad. That process requires a lot of water. So you want to make sure you have enough water in your system. It'll help you get past some of the bouts of hunger. Generally, whether you're on a fast or not, oftentimes when you're hungry, you're just thirsty. And it feels like hunger. So definitely chug as much water as you can and see how you feel after that. But once again, can't emphasize enough, water. Could not be more important. And also you want to make sure you maintain your electrolyte balance.
What to put in the water? You can put in sea salt, Himalayan pink salt, or you can get these electrolyte packets with sodium and potassium, magnesium, etc. So you can get those electrolyte packets and you could put it into the water.
Once again, my electrolyte of choice is Element. I was taking before one called Liquid IV, which is great. It does have sugar, just a little bit of sugar, so I don't think it would be good to use on the fast. But then even more so, it has allulose. At least last time I checked, it had allulose, which is something that's typically just found in wheat. And some people, including myself, are severely allergic to allulose. I used to think I needed to be gluten-free because gluten's only found in wheat, and I know I'm allergic to wheat, but I recently found out I was allergic to allulose. And that can be an additive in things like electrolyte packets and stuff like that. So make sure to check the ingredients, and when in doubt, use Element. That's a really great one.
So if you had 16 ounces of water, you take a pinch of Himalayan pink salt and you put it in there. You don't need huge amounts, but you definitely want some mineralization. So can I drink black coffee and green tea? Yes, you can. I prefer the patient not drink green tea or coffee. just because you want to just give your body a complete break. Okay, so you can, the caffeine in the black coffee or green tea will impact insulin ever so slightly. So I prefer not to, but will it break the fast? No.
Great point there. So I'm using coffee, and in the past I've always used coffee or green tea. There have been times that I've only done water, but when I've only done water, that was when I didn't have to have meetings, have conference calls, didn't have to go to work, didn't have to have my brain functioning at a high level, so on and so forth. So if you are able to just chill at home, or you're on vacation or on some sort of retreat or whatever, I do recommend just going straight water. Making sure you have the electrolytes in your system. But if you have meetings or you have to give a presentation or whatever, you have real life going on, I definitely suggest either black coffee or green tea. Green tea is definitely the better option in my opinion. My recommendation is Republic of Tea has a double matcha green tea. And for me, it's the best option if you don't want to drink coffee, but you need the mental clarity and energy that comes along with caffeine. The double matcha green tea by Republic of Tea, I feel, is the closest to giving me the energy that coffee gives me without the crash, so on and so forth. And it's super healthy, super clean.
Can I exercise? Yes, you can. So on the first day of the fast, you can probably do your normal exercise routine, unless you're like an ultra athlete and you're running miles and miles and miles, or an MMA athlete who trains 2 or 3 times a day. You do have to be careful with that. But on day 1, for normal people, you can do your normal exercises. Days 2 and 3, you probably won't do those exercises, and you can do some light stretching, take a walk, do light calisthenics maybe, but you definitely want to take it easy on days 2 and 3.
Most people that I talk to about fasting, that's one of the first questions that comes up is, can I exercise? My suggestion is, as long as you feel comfortable, this is just from my experience, go ahead and try some exercise. I think when in doubt, do low intensity exercise, walking, maybe a little bit of hiking. If you have a heart rate monitor, wear one and try to make sure your heart rate doesn't really exceed 130, because at 130, you're pretty much burning almost all fat at that point. At least that's what most studies show. It's not a perfect science. And but once you start getting your heart rate above like 140, 150, etc., you start to burn energy, and the energy requirements to support that exercise are so great, and your body needs energy at such a fast rate that it can't really burn fat quick enough to keep up with those energy demands. And then it has to look for obviously sugar in your system. And if there's no sugar, a lot of studies show that your body will start to break down your muscle tissue for energy, ATP, because that's its last honestly resort to create energy. If it can't pull from fat, if it can't pull from glucose or glycogen in your system, it starts to actually break down your muscle tissue to provide energy. And if you don't want to lose muscle on your 3-day fast, which there may be a little muscle loss, but if you don't want to like increase that muscle loss, I definitely recommend keeping your heart rate in the 120 to 130, and just keeping it light, and keeping yourself in that zone. The last thing to consider, if you've fasted before and you're comfortable, you know it's safe, your doctors have approved it, and so on and so forth, I do recommend on the first day doing something somewhat intense, because it'll get you to the point, it'll help you deplete your glycogen stores a little bit quicker. And for me, I'm using the fast to clean out my body, break down some of the old cells in my body for health and to reset my immune system. But one of the other reasons I'm using it specifically this time is to get my body in ketosis, so that when I move on to the carnivore diet, my body's already in that mode where it's going to take the meat and the fats and everything that I feed it and quickly convert it into energy, so I'm not feeling sluggish. So for me, the quicker I can get into ketosis, the better, which is why on that first day, sometime I'll do a little extra intense exercise to deplete those stores right away and get me hopefully into ketosis by day 3.
Why do I get migraines? Well, it depends on the individual, right? So I preface my videos and say that you should consult your physician. And the reason I say that, because I don't know you. I don't know what condition you're in. So if you have issues, you do need to consult with a physician so you don't get into trouble. So why do you get migraines? It could be hypoglycemia, where you have low blood sugar. How do we know if you have low blood sugar? Look at some signs and symptoms, right? If you skip a meal or miss a meal, or if you go too long between meals, you get irritable, angry, shaky, hangry, or hungry and angry, right? Once you eat, you feel much better. Your energy returns, right? Those are the people who have hypoglycemia. Those patients should not go straight into a 3-day water fast. They should do more of a high quality protein fat meal and get their body more keto adaptive before attempting to do any type of fasting. So they have to eat regularly, high quality protein, fats, and veggies, get their body more used to it, eliminate those simple carbs out of their diet. And then once they're feeling much better with that, then they should do maybe intermittent fasting, 16 and 8. So you eat during an 8-hour window and fast for 16. And they should build slowly to a 3-day water fast. They should never jump into a 3-day water fast. They will crash and burn, okay? So hypoglycemics will get those headaches, okay?
So great point here. Just a quick reminder, definitely heed all the advice he just gave you. I definitely think this is something you should work your way into, especially if you've never fasted even for a day before. And then secondly, I recommend for everybody, in the event you do get lightheaded or get weak and dizzy, or lose your balance or something, you want to have some sort of sugar close by, just some orange juice or something, just in case you are hypoglycemic and didn't know it, so that you can stabilize your blood sugar quickly, or just keep something in your pocket, like a bar or something like that, to get you through it and relax and come back to it the next week or 2 weeks later or whenever you're ready. But definitely heed his advice here. This is, like I said, this is not for everybody. And some people need to take their time and work their way into it, even if it is for them.
Electrolyte imbalances, or people who are malnourished going into a 3-day water fast, right, will have issues with headaches. Sometimes it's just simple carbohydrate withdrawal. So you're used to eating a lot of carbs and pizza and sandwiches and all this stuff, and then when you don't have it, you can develop a headache. You're actually getting a withdrawal symptom related to these carbohydrates. Could you take a multivitamin? Yes and no. So will it break the fast? No. But there are some instances where if you take multivitamins, you don't get into full autophagy. So what you want to do is just keep it simple, water and electrolytes, right? And then if you must, you can have coffee and green tea. Okay, and if you must, then you can have a multivitamin or antioxidants and those types of things. But in the simplest form, it should just be water and electrolytes. Okay. Who shouldn't do a 3-day water fast? Like I said, hypoglycemics, and the reasons why. Insulin-dependent diabetics. The reason is I can't monitor your blood sugar, so you need to monitor it, or you need a professional who can monitor your blood sugar and advise you. So a supervised 3-day water fast is much better for someone who has insulin-dependent diabetes. People who are pregnant, people who are people. So I said people in my video on my 3-day water fast. And the reason I said it is just because this is a one-take video. I do not do any edits. I start and I finish and I upload. So I might say people, person, women, men, right? So it's just a mistake. So when I say pregnant, I'm talking about women. Breastfeeding, women. Malnourished, people should not do it. Not just women. Anyone who's malnourished. Alcoholics, anorexics should not do it. Menstruating women, okay? I'm making fun because I got so much slack on the comments about saying people menstruating. So, I have gastritis, or I have stomach issues, or I have GERD. you should do a gut healing protocol first, not do just a 3-day water fast. Because what happens is if your stomach goes empty, some people, it irritates their stomach. So they should do some sort of gut healing protocol. I have a video on that. I'll link that in the description below. How do I break the fast?
Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. I think one of the most common mistakes in fasting is breaking the fast in the wrong way. When you come off the fast, you're going to be so ready to eat something. Your taste buds are going to be on fire. You can, like, even right now, I'm in day 2. I can smell everything. My senses are so much more heightened than they were just 2 days ago. You're going to want to eat everything, but at least give yourself half a day or 3/4 of a day to slowly ease into it and let your body know that food is coming before you eat something solid, in my opinion.
So when you're in a fast, you're basically in ketosis, right? So a good way to break it is with fats, like an MCT oil, right? Maybe followed by a sliver of avocado. And then you can build to a bone broth or vegetable broth. And this is within a progression within a day, right? So you might just do that, wait an hour or two, do bone broth or vegetable broth, wait a little bit, and then come around lunchtime, you can do some fermented foods like sauerkraut, okay? Cook vegetables thereafter, right? You definitely want to cook them. You don't want to do them raw, okay? Once you can do that, maybe towards 10 or 12 hours, you can start doing a little bit of animal protein. The key here is on the first day, do small portions. Your body's not used to taking in the food and processing it all. So you want to go slow and steady on the first day, but that's how you could break a fast, okay, in that order, really. Okay. There is a problem with some people who are malnourished or fasting for 7, 8, 10, 15 days with refeeding syndromes. So you can look that up, but you don't want to go aggressively with eating. And you want to avoid simple carbs, especially when you break a fast. You don't want to do like a greasy hamburger or those types of things. Next level, you want to do things like belly breathing during the fast. You can do alternate nostril breathing during the fast. Meditation, that really can take you to another level in terms of how you feel coming out of a fast, all right? So answer a bunch of questions. I know there's going to be more questions, so you can ask those questions below, and I'll try to make another video to try to answer all those questions.
So great video. I definitely go back and watch it again and take notes if you need to. He brought up something about meditating, and in general, I think anything that you do that's restorative for your mind and your body, try to over-index those things during your 3-day fast. Meditate in the morning, meditate at night, pray in the morning, pray at night. What else? Breath work. And what you'll notice, at least for me, the anything that I'm doing, like I said, like meditation or breath work to help my mind and my soul, the effects for me just seem to be a little bit more intense. I seem to be able to be a lot more present with myself. My thoughts aren't racing as much. And I always have breakthroughs. I always have breakthroughs when I meditate, but when I meditate while I'm fasting, the breakthroughs seem to come quicker, and the benefits of meditation, breath work, for me, like I said, seem to be a lot more intense. So give it a try. I'll be back to talk about day 3 tomorrow, and I'll have some more information, and we'll be reviewing a few other videos that I think that'll be helpful to you.